Earlier this week, we learned that the Detroit Lions have been in talks with multiple teams about veteran cornerback Darius Slay, per ESPN's Adam Schefter. Slay is heading into his 8th NFL season and has been dangled on the trading block by his team dating back to at least last fall's trade deadline. The Denver Broncos were in talks with the Lions to acquire Slay last fall in exchange for Chris Harris Jr., but the negotiations stalled and no trade was consummated. Fast forward to the present, and Slay is once again in high demand around the league, but the fly in the ointment is he's under contract. According to Pro Football Network's Tony Pauline, a long-established insider, the Broncos are one of two favorites to land Slay via trade. Pauline said, quote, "I'm told right now the two teams at the top of the pack to land Slay are the Denver Broncos and Los Angeles Rams. The Rams are interesting considering they traded for Jalen Ramsey last year. The Broncos are expected to lose Chris Harris in free agency, so Slay would slide right in." Close quote. There's a reason the Broncos remain fixated on Slay. He'd be a great fit in Vic Fangio's scheme and is a proven number one lockdown cornerback. In 14 starts last year, Slay was targeted on 18.4% of his pass snaps, and yet he broke up 13 passes and picked off 2 while relinquishing 10 receptions of 20 yards or more and 3 touchdowns. For comparison's sake, Harris Jr. was targeted on just 12.3% of his coverage snaps, breaking up just 6 passes with 1 interception while relinquishing 10 receptions of 20 yards or more and 4 touchdowns. Slay was tried often by opposing quarterbacks and proved equal to his opportunity. No corner is going to pitch a 16-game shutout as the other guys get paid too, but Slay is no stranger to shadowing the opponent's number one receiver, which has made him well acquainted with the demands of being a team's cornerback one. Meanwhile, Harris Jr. showed more cracks in the veneer in his one season as the Broncos' top corner, but it wasn't all bad. Harris's lapse just seemed to come at the most inopportune time, which inflated the sense within the fan base that he was always getting burned. The problem for the Broncos as it relates to acquiring Slay is that not only will it require the team to give up at least a third-round draft pick, but he wants a new contract with whatever team acquires him of $15 million per year, according to Ryan O'Halloran of the Denver Post. Only time will tell how it shakes out for the Broncos. The new league year doesn't open until March, with the legal tampering period for talking with outside free agents opening up March 16th. Free agency officially kicks off 2 days later. There's a good chance we'll have an answer to these questions well before that time, especially if the LA Rams are pining for Slay's services too. Demand inflates the price and creates urgency. Considering that Denver has 3 third-round draft picks this year, perhaps Elway will consider it a small price to pay in order to acquire a true set-and-forget starting corner. My bet is that it'll take a third-rounder plus another draft pick to pry Slay off Detroit's hands. For Mile High Huddle and Sports Illustrated, I'm Chad Jensen.